It's Gypsy Man, and I want to talk about something that just came to my mind, and I don't know if it's a problem, and you know, I don't know what it is, but it definitely doesn't feel like a problem when I need it. But I just want to talk about the attitude that I feel is needed for anything that you do in life, right? But since I got these parts in my hand that I need to get clean, I just want to talk about it when it comes to shooting and just the whole attitude behind it. Like I've always felt like I'm not saying that I've had a chip on my shoulder my whole life, but I grew up an athlete and I always had this competitive thing. And I mean, I always say that when I see it in buddy of mine's kids and stuff, you can't teach that attitude, right? All we can do is make the adjustment where a kid can have a chip on the shoulder or a man, but you got to be humble too. You got to teach him humility and, not to be an asshole, basically. So I was never an asshole, but I was always competitive. And I never mind losing. I never cried over a loss. When I do have a loss or did have a loss, I'm thinking about the next time we can play again or we can do it again. It didn't matter what it was. Everything in life for me is a competition. And I mean, you got to have balance to that. And it can also be useful when you need it. So when it comes to the shooting stuff, everything's a competition. Like, even when I go to competition, like I've said this in one of my videos before, I should be more social, but I'm so damn locked in. Like, it's nothing personal. It's just that I just want to do good and I want to do better than the next person. And I want to learn from the people who are better than me, you know. So I have to pay attention. I see a lot of people, they lollygag, they feeling good, talking about what you have and whatever they want to talk about. But I'm not in nobody's conversation. Like I'm a real lone wolf when I'm at these competitions, right? And I know that I don't mean it personally. It's just business, I do the same shit at work. Like when we got to qualify at work for the agency that I'm at, it's the same thing. Like I need to shoot better than everybody around me, especially when I'm in an agency when, I ain't gonna lie to you, everybody ain't no professional shooter at these agencies. And with that said, I need to do my best. And if you are a shooter, I need to do better than you. But there is the problem. There lies the problem. Everything is a competition. The problem is they don't know it's a competition, but I do. And that's all I need. That's all I need to do my best. And that's all I do it for, because I just really want to do my best. But seriously, I need to be more social when I go to these competitions. But I just can't get out of it, But as I clean up this gun that I've had in the background, I decided to do a deep cleaning on my 2011. I decided that this year again I'm going to run just the 2011 for competitions. I'm going to master this thing, and I'm getting super close to mastering this. Possibly better than the way I shoot my Glock, but it don't feel the same. But I need them to be on the same level. But I just want to talk about that attitude, like seriously. And it's not like I go in there and I'm mean to people. I'm not a mean person to people. I'm very humble. Very humble. It's just that I'm just competitive. And that's what I'm going to call it. But I do hear people, when they're talking to me. I'm not that focused that if somebody asks me something or somebody makes a compliment or asks a question, I do answer the questions. But as soon as that question is over and that person stops talking to me, I'm locked right back in. But this year I'm gonna try to say hello. Look, I'm gonna try to say hello at least. And it also, I don't need everybody to like me. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to respect my craft. And the only way I see me doing that is for me to do well. But you can be so tuned in and so focused that when you don't do so well, right? When you make mistakes, especially when you're first starting. I know as the years go past and I shoot more competitions, you get things come to you a lot better. It's not always perfect. It'll never be perfect, but they get better. and the mistakes that you make because you're so focused. You can't, and let me say this, you can't be so focused on being focused that you're not focused on every little step that it takes in the plan that you came up with. And that's where the mistakes happen, you know. And you can't let the things that happen during competition and shooting, period. I haven't had any misses, but you know, you might get a D. I think I got a D, and C's I ain't worried about as long as I'm going fast. But if you don't get as many A's as you want, if you hit all your targets, set small goals, and you met those goals, then it's not a bad day, you know. You know, it's just, what are your intentions, right? What are your intentions? You know, the lock-in's coming. I already know that's coming. I don't have to think about if I'm gonna be locked in or not. I don't have to worry about if I need to speak to everybody or not. But when it's over, I'll talk. When it's over, right? But I just wanted to talk about that. I know I'm not the only one out there that locks in like that. I can't be the only one out there, but yo, this competitive thing, man, if it's natural to you, look, use it. Don't abuse it. You know, treat people good. But I don't want to, I'm approachable. I'm going to say that. You can approach me. I'm not so locked in that, you know, I look like I'm mad at the world. I'm just, you know, I know that they know I'm focused. It ain't like standoffish or nothing like that. It's just that I'm locked in. And, you know, some people, to me, don't seem like they're as locked in as I am. And they're not, because they're out there to have fun. I want to have fun too. You know, I want to do my best and have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not out there just throwing them up, you know, throwing them down range. I'm just trying to do the best I can do for me and watch some improvements happen and stick to my plan and not make the mistakes that happen when you're shooting. And it don't just have to be competition. It could be work. It could be real life. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't no game to me. Like, the skills that you learn in these competitions, as far as like the movements, I think that's the most important thing. We don't use cover for shit very well, but we definitely add the dynamics of moving in there that you can use in real life. So I take that serious and I try to do well in that. But just real quick, just want to throw that out there and make comments. I know there's some dogs out there. You know, where my dogs at, you know? Let me know how y'all feel. And you know, I know it ain't just me, so it's okay to be out there. So Gypsy Man wanted to make that quick video. I'm out.